Insulation is not hidden but embedded within the material logic of the structure itself. Window placement is carefully calculated to reduce heat loss while maximizing winter sunlight. Openings are modest in size, reinforcing the protective nature of the facade. Multi-layer glazing enhances energy efficiency without compromising traditional aesthetics. Windows are often deeply recessed within thick stone walls to reduce wind exposure. The result is a balance between light access and thermal control. Orientation is another essential component of climate-driven design. The house faces south whenever possible to capture passive solar heat. This reduces reliance on artificial heating during daylight hours. The northern facade remains more enclosed to block cold prevailing winds. Site planning becomes an extension of environmental intelligence. The entrance is designed as a transitional buffer zone against extreme cold. A sheltered porch or enclosed vestibule minimizes direct exposure to freezing air. This layered threshold reduces sudden temperature shifts inside the house. It also protects doors from snow accumulation and ice buildup. The entry becomes both functional and symbolic protection. Chimneys are integrated as central structural elements rather than decorative afterthoughts. A large masonry chimney retains heat and distributes warmth efficiently. Its vertical presence reinforces the visual strength of the building's mass. Positioned centrally, it improves heat circulation during long winters. The chimney anchors the home physically and emotionally. Roof overhangs are extended to shield walls from snow and freezing rain. These projections prevent moisture penetration into stone joints. Proper drainage and snow shedding are key to long-term durability. The overhang also creates shadow lines that enhance the building's depth. Every projection serves both climate and character. Foundation design accounts for frost depth and ground movement. The base must extend below the frost line to prevent structural shifting. Stone or reinforced masonry foundations ensure stability through freeze-thaw cycles. Drainage systems are discreetly integrated to avoid water accumulation. The building stands firm despite seasonal extremes. Material selection prioritizes durability under repeated freezing and thawing. Dense local stone is chosen for its resistance to cracking in low temperatures. Mortar mixtures are formulated to remain stable in cold climates. Weathering is anticipated and embraced as part of the building's evolution. The house is built to age with dignity rather than deteriorate quickly. Ventilation strategies are adapted for winter efficiency. Controlled airflow systems prevent condensation inside thick walls. Proper sealing reduces drafts without sacrificing indoor air quality. The structure breathes in a measured and calculated manner. Climate comfort is engineered through subtle technical precision. Ultimately, climate adaptation defines the soul of this traditional Canadian stone house concept. Every line, angle, and material choice emerges from environmental necessity. The architecture does not fight the cold but collaborates with it. Strength, warmth, and resilience become visual qualities. The design stands as a quiet response to nature's power. The second design aspect centers on traditional stone craftsmanship and masonry heritage. The house expresses the skill of early builders who shaped architecture by hand rather than machine. Each stone is carefully selected for texture, density, and durability. The construction process values patience, precision, and structural integrity. Craft becomes the language through which the building tells its story. Locally sourced stone defines the authenticity of the structure. Limestone or granite from nearby quarries strengthens the bond between architecture and landscape. Using regional materials reduces transportation impact and reinforces cultural identity. The natural color variations add depth and richness to the facade. The building feels rooted in the land from which it is formed. The walls are constructed using load-bearing masonry techniques. Stone blocks are arranged in interlocking patterns to maximize stability. The thickness of the walls contributes to both structural strength and thermal performance. Mortar joints are intentionally visible to celebrate traditional assembly methods. The craftsmanship is expressed openly rather than concealed. Surface texture plays a critical role in the design language. Stones are often left slightly rough to preserve their natural character. Subtle irregularities reflect human involvement in the construction process. The facade avoids mechanical perfection in favor of tactile authenticity. This approach enhances the timeless quality of the house. Corner detailing emphasizes structural solidity. Larger, precisely cut stones anchor the edges of the building. These cornerstones provide visual order within the organic stone pattern. Their scale reinforces the sense of permanence and strength. Structural logic becomes a visible design feature. Arched stone lintels and door surrounds showcase advanced masonry skill. These elements distribute weight while adding architectural refinement. The curves soften the heaviness of thick walls. Stone shaping techniques demonstrate a high level of technical mastery. Tradition is expressed through structural elegance rather than ornamentation. Layered masonry patterns add rhythm to the facade composition. Horizontal courses balance the vertical mass of the building. Slight variations in stone size create visual movement without overwhelming simplicity. The patterning enhances depth through light and shadow interaction. Craftsmanship guides the aesthetic without excessive decoration. Hand-laid stone construction ensures each wall has subtle uniqueness. No two sections are perfectly identical due to natural variation. This individuality gives the house character and authenticity. The imperfections become part of its narrative. Precision exists within organic variation. Stone bonding techniques are designed for long-term resilience. Overlapping joints prevent vertical cracking and improve load distribution. Reinforcement is integrated discreetly when necessary to meet modern safety standards. The structural system respects tradition while incorporating contemporary engineering. Old methods evolve without losing their identity. The masonry process prioritizes durability over speed. Construction timelines allow mortar to cure properly and stones to settle naturally. This careful pacing strengthens the building's lifespan. The house becomes a product of dedication rather than rapid assembly. Time itself becomes a construction material. Decorative restraint enhances the power of the stonework. Ornamentation is minimal so that material quality remains the focal point. Texture, scale, and proportion replace elaborate detailing. The beauty emerges from structural honesty. Simplicity amplifies craftsmanship. Ultimately, the stone masonry tradition defines the house's architectural character. Every wall communicates resilience and heritage through material expression. The craftsmanship connects past building knowledge with present design intentions. Structure and aesthetics operate as a unified system. The house stands as a testament to enduring masonry skill. The third design aspect focuses on permanence and the spirit of long-term settlement. The house is conceived not as a temporary shelter but as a generational structure. Its presence communicates stability, endurance, and commitment to place. Every decision reinforces the idea of longevity rather than trend. The architecture embodies the mindset of building once and building well. Durability guides the overall structural philosophy. Materials are chosen for their ability to withstand decades of environmental stress. The stone shell resists moisture, wind, and seasonal temperature shifts. Structural systems are simplified to minimize future maintenance. The design favors reliability over complexity. Proportions are carefully balanced to create a sense of grounded permanence. The massing remains compact and solid rather than fragmented. A low center of gravity enhances the building's visual stability. Symmetry is often used to communicate order and calm. The house appears firmly anchored to the land. Foundational integrity symbolizes emotional security. Deep, reinforced bases ensure the building remains steady across generations. Structural redundancy is integrated to increase resilience. The design anticipates natural aging without structural compromise. Stability becomes both physical and symbolic. Material aging is embraced as part of the design narrative. Stone surfaces are expected to weather gracefully over time. Subtle color shifts and texture changes enhance character rather than diminish value. The house is designed to mature alongside its surroundings. Time becomes a collaborator instead of an enemy. Maintenance strategies are integrated from the beginning. Drainage systems, protective detailing, and accessible joints reduce long-term repair needs. The structure avoids fragile elements that require constant replacement. Longevity is achieved through foresight and restraint. Sustainable endurance becomes a guiding principle. The design prioritizes structural clarity over decorative excess. Load paths are direct and easily understood. Simplicity reduces potential failure points in extreme conditions. The building's strength is visible and honest. Transparency in structure reinforces trust in its durability. Adaptability supports long-term habitation. The structural framework allows modifications without compromising integrity. Thick stone walls provide flexibility for future reinforcement or insulation upgrades. The house can evolve while preserving its original character. Permanence does not exclude thoughtful adaptation. Community identity influences the architectural expression. The house reflects values of resilience and collective heritage. Its enduring form contributes to a broader historical narrative. Longevity strengthens cultural continuity within its setting. Architecture becomes part of shared memory. Energy efficiency enhances sustainability across decades. Thermal mass reduces long-term heating demands. Passive environmental strategies decrease dependence on mechanical systems. The building conserves resources through intelligent design. Sustainability aligns with durability. The scale of the house supports generational continuity. Spaces are proportioned to remain functional over time without excess.